time in 25 years, the same player won the regular season MVP, the scoring title, and now he's your finals MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
On the Mavericks, they're 4th in defensive rating in the league. Good separation, SGA pure. 6 points for Gilgeous-Alexander. Operating on Marshall, the pull-up.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP!
I concur, because I've compared this guy to Michael Jordan before, in my 2 previous videos. You know what Michael Jordan was doing his 7th season in the NBA? Averaging 31, 6, and 6 and winning the championship. You know what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was doing his 7th season in the NBA? Averaging 33, 5, and 6 and winning the championship. But you know who wasn't winning a championship in year 7? Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. In the 7 seasons that Luka has played, that 7th season, he was injured, only playing 50 games. You know when Nikola Jokic was doing his 7th season in the NBA, getting bounced out of the first round by the Golden State Warriors? And no, don't get this twisted. When it comes to MJ, Shai has a lot more ground to cover. But the way that he has been carrying this OKC team, I won't even say carrying. The way that he has stood up and stood out for this OKC team as one of the best players, if not the best player in the NBA, is what I'm talking about. Taking it by storm, doing things and covering feats the way that Michael Jordan did, carrying a team 68-14. 65 plus win seasons. And he's on the verge right now of repeating the same thing that he did last year. In these 23 games, Shai has sat out 12 fourth quarters out of the 23 games that has been played. Who else has that record? It's Steph Curry. Steph Curry missed 19 fourth quarters in 2016 when they won those 73 games. He's on the verge of breaking that. Right now, he is set to miss 42 more fourth quarters, smashing Steph's record, obliterating Steph's record. That's not greatness. That's something that is to be ignored. But we got these other channels out here that's going to keep continuing to lie. This guy in particular is a Nikola Jokic channel, Uncut Hoops. He put up a stat in a video yesterday mentioning SGA, to my surprise, and lying. He blatantly lied when he said this. Here's the clip.
Belongs to SGA. Is out in Oklahoma City. This guy for 72 straight games has cracked 20 plus points. That includes the postseason. Right now in NBA history, it ranks 7th all time.
You lie!
And you know how I know that you're lying? Because 2 previous videos that I made about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I highlighted this stat, right? He, at the time, was at 92. It was Wilt, and then it was SGA. Wilt had the first game at 126, the first stat at 126. The second stat was 92. Shai was at 92, right? So he broke the record and moved to that second spot with Wilt having 126 and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander having 93. Now he's at 95 plus. So you lie. These type of channels right here, you got to stay away from because they're going to lie, curve, and bend the truth to get you to believe what they're saying is truth. But it's clearly a lie. I called this guy out on it in his comment section. You lied. I turned off the video after that.
Turn that punk ass shit off!
You lied intentionally. You told that lie because you were trying to downplay SGA. Wilt Chamberlain hasn't played ball since 1973. But you downplayed it because you know that's a great stat. It's something that's in the record books. His name is going to be right up under Wilt Chamberlain's. That's why you did it. I'm done. I didn't unsubscribe. I don't want to hear no more lies. On this channel, we going to do SGA work. We going to continue to highlight his greatness, being the ESPN won't. You got a couple of other channels that will. You got Man Down Sports. You got 2 Raw for TV, and you got Ticket TV that would actually put the light on this guy. You know why? Because he deserves it. And I'm one of those guys that feels he deserves it. So, moving on. In that Mavs game, he shot 83%, 33, 5, and 6. Went 10 for 12 from the field and shot 2 3-pointers and made them both. And you know what he did after that? He chilled, only playing 29 minutes.
Grady, still time for Cooper to get some things going.
Gilgeous Alexander, silky smooth. SGA, pull up from deep. Bullseye.
First of all, empowerment, and that's what he's done, especially with this team, and Shai in particular.
Packing Davis, who goes down holding his left knee. SGA got a tray.
That boy is good.
AD, get your punk ass up. It ain't even wet over there. Do y'all know in the last 4 seasons, 3 in particular, SGA has outscored Nikola Jokic in regular season total points. They're not going to highlight that, though. Right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has 754 points. You know how many Jokic has? 643. Luka has 568, but he somehow is number 1 in the MVP race. He has missed games. He has missed the last 2 games. His average should drop. That's how it should be. When you don't play, you mess up your stats. You don't get to play 14 games and you average 35 plus and you still somehow is number 1 in the MVP race. That's not right. That's not the way it should work, but unfortunately, it's working that way. Shai should be number 1 due to his availability and his production on the court. Nikola Jokic right now is number 6. But these are your MVPs, the unavailable, the continuing to lose to teams that they shouldn't be losing to. OKC lost to the Trailblazers, came back in a blaze of glory and set that right and set that straight. Nah, this ain't that. This is what we about to do. And the only reason that the game was kind of sort of, close, if not going back and forth, is because they gave Denny Avdia 23 free throws, which actually pushed his scoring up. They were giving him the whistle intentionally. They didn't think OKC would beat them, but they did. Absolutely.
Hold up contact. Holmgren got inside that zone, back outside. It's SGA. Pure from downtown.
Sensational.
And SGA decides to pull it out as he's already got 20 points. How about this, Michael? 7 out of 8 shooting. He has just been blistering and making 8 out of 9.
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
He's just really established himself as one of the best perimeter defenders, one of the best defenders in the NBA. Nice dish, SGA.
In that little 20-point game streak, and that fabricated list that he posted in that video, this man, SGA, is above Oscar Robertson, Big O, MJ, KD. He's above these guys in this short period of time that he's been playing. But you take that away from him. Do you know right now this dude has more 30-point games than Nikola Jokic? 30, 188, 150 to 157. Nikola Jokic got him by 3 games at 40. Yeah, cool. But do you know that this man has 4 50-point games in the season that they won the championship? Didn't know that, did you? 5 games with 50 or more points. Who's doing that? Not Luka, not Nikola Jokic, but these are the best players in the world that they like to highlight, and that on ESPN and all these other channels. He's the best offensive player in the world. So basically, they simplified him just to an offensive player. As a basketball player, you shouldn't want to just be simplified to one side of the ball. Those are the players that usually maybe win 1 championship, if none, because you're not really contributing to your team winning. You're getting your stats and you're getting the hell on. That's it. But they're simplifying him to that. He should be insulted. He should be offended. Like, no, it's more to my game than my offensive game. Any real, true basketball player would be. But not in today's society. They're only paying attention to one side of the ball. SGA plays both sides of the ball. Luka and Jokic, they only play one side of the ball, and that's good enough. That's why Luka doesn't have any championships. Jokic won one, and that'll be the only one he'll win. You face the Miami Heat. Then you basically got smashed. The Lakers basically lost last night, got obliterated by the hobbled Boston Celtics. And you mean to tell me that team is going to win you another championship? Luka Jokic is not going to win a championship in his career. The way he plays basketball, he's going to have all the numbers in the world. But he's not going to win a championship for the Lakers. I personally think that they shouldn't have went and got Luka. They should have went and got somebody else. They maybe should have got a Giannis instead of Luka. But we know how this works. They want to push the European market a little bit more. We got a foreign guy. We could push this. He's attached to the Lakers, and we could push him overseas. And they'll come over here and they'll invest. That's how that basically worked out. It's sad, but the Lakers are going to be upset when they figure out that Luka Jokic is not going to win them a championship.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
And to further let y'all know that I'm not capping, if you look down there at the bottom in the corner, it says SGA 20-point game streak. He's number 3 all time. This is the game where they played the Portland Trail Blazers. This should tell you that dude clearly lied to y'all. But, you got people that's still going to go over there and watch that channel. Okay, no, that's cool. But over here, you're going to get the truth. And to give it even more context, with him playing on both sides of the ball, he's averaging 2 steals and 1 block a game. That is what a great basketball player is supposed to do. He should cover him, his team, on both sides of the ball. That's the greatness of this dude. And in addition to that, giving you what he can or what he's doing on offense. There's nothing less than 30 with this dude. If it is, he might have said, all right, cool, we up by 30, 35, 40. I'm going to go ahead and go over here and chill. That's the mentality of a guy that's not stat padding. But you know who stat pads? Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. They both do it. That fourth quarter, they was up by 30 points, and Luka was still in the game. He shot his load in that first quarter. I forgot what team they was playing. He shot his load in that first quarter, scoring 20 points. He ended the game with 37 points. He stayed in that fourth quarter to get a couple more points, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to sit out and chill. There's a couple of games that he only scored 19 points and 22 points, and that was when they was getting blown off the floor. And he only had 4 to 5 free throws. So majority of his scoring is free throws, flopping, and foul baiting. But that's the MVP. That's the lead scorer of the MVP race. That's the lead leader of the MVP race right now. You got to pay attention to what you're watching. You got to pay attention to the propaganda and the constant lies and break down the game and pay attention. Don't compare this guy to these guys, man. He's different. His mentality is different. Foul baiting, okay, you go get the whistle. All right, that's cool. That's what you're supposed to do. You play the system to your advantage, but also be available for your team. Get as much as you can. Get out of the game. Make sure you're set and straight. Your focus shouldn't be, I'm going to go out here and score 30 points, win or lose. But you know who has that mentality? Luka and Jokic. But that's enough of beating down on them dudes. But this is a SGA video, man. I salute him. And I hope he continues to prove himself to the NBA world. And he carries on this greatness that is of Michael Jordan and Kobe. The way he plays is graceful. mid-range, give you a couple of threes, get to the paint. That is what I'm saying when I throw that comparison out there. He's still got a lot of ground to cover, absolutely. But this year, it's looking like they're going to repeat. Everybody stays healthy and stays on the floor. But I'm going to put a couple more of my videos at the end of this so y'all can check out some more of my work. But if you made it to the end of this video, hopefully you subscribe, comment, like, share the damn video, and hit the notification bell for whenever I upload. It'd be nice. See if there's anybody else out there that thinks like us as in me and you. And don't forget to hit that hype too. And with that being said, good day.